All right, full garden tour. I'm hoping I can hit up all three of my gardens. Um, I'm finishing off the peas. I still got peas coming in. These are the ones that did dry off, so I'm seed saving with these. Um, I don't know what the varieties are. I did a horrible job at labeling, but a lot of them are like the sweet peas. Still got a bunch of tomato plants. I think I'm down to maybe the last dozen of tomato plants because a lot of them have homes. These are the rejected ones. There are a lot of just the cherry tomatoes and the Tom Matt Wild variety. So I will find a home for them. I have some plans, something in mind. I just have to execute it. I'm having to come in here and just pinch off these buds because I do not need them flowering right now. I mean, they're just okay. That just doesn't need to be happening right now. Okay, y'all can flower later. Okay, squash has a home. Once again, you know, I think this is a summer squash. I don't have too many squash plants. We have horrible vine borers. Here's another squash plant. This is a winter squash variety. Um, this is just a leaf pattern of this plant. So this is some chamomile that I just have to find a spot for. I got my runner beans up here. I think these are the Scarlet runner beans. No, 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 they're the Mayflower runner beans. I grew these last year and they did really great. And so they're doing well. This broccoli plant will be coming out. I will be finding it we will be saying goodbye to the broccoli plant. It actually looks really good. I'm kind of impressed. I'm getting side shoots, but it's just getting too hot for the broccoli. I got some dinosaur kale growing down in here. I will most likely probably stick a tomato plant in here. Look at this green stalk. It is just like showing all the way out, okay? I have, look, I think these are some type of brassica plant that I planted in here. Mustard greens, peppers, beautiful peppers that are budding, piping peppers, banana peppers, my little micro tomato plants. I mean, everything really is just exploding and doing well on this green stalk. I'm so thrilled. Um, Coming along over here on the green leaf, this is my 7-tier green stalk. I've had to clear out a bunch of stuff, like my arugula that bolted and gone to flower. It's still edible. I'm mixing it with some of my salad. But it's just too hot for these plants. Look at them. They're bolting, they're bitter. Again, you can still eat it. Mix it in with some other greens. This is purslane. It is edible. Um, some mustard greens down here. But nothing really serious. I've pulled out quite a bit of stuff. I got some arugula, my arugula plant that comes back year after year. I am gonna harvest off of it and dry quite a bit of it. Um, these are some of the last of the peas that are still. These were the last ones that I planted, I think in April, but they flowered and I am getting pods off of them, so I'm excited about that. Once again, I probably will be pulling them out here shortly, just because the days are longer and hotter and hotter and hotter. Um, this is my tomato plant. It's a slicer. I'm getting tomato buds on here. I didn't get around to pruning it, so I wanted just one single stalk, but now I have two. There's no way around that. Marigolds, and this is my basil that I grew, and this is that kale plant or that brassica plant. I don't even know that. You know, is a fighter, so he got to stay. More lettuce plants in here. It's just too hot. It really is hot. Coming around to where the green stalk is. I do still have a broccoli plant in here and mustard greens on this side. See, I still got starts that are I gotta find homes for them. We'll figure that out some way, somehow. I stuck a tomato plant in here. Some of these carrots need to just get harvested. Let's see. get in here. Okay. Let's see if we can harvest. Yeah, they've been in here for a while now, so they are. I need to just get in here and harvest some of them. And again, these were a little bit of a smaller variety of carrots. If I did put them in the ground, they might have gotten bigger, but this is a good size. The cabbage needs to get harvested. I put lots of pepper plants in here, some parsley, and I got about 5 pepper plants in here total. Scallion. I stuck a tomato plant in here. I had peas growing up in here. Now I got tomato and basil. And then these are some greens that I have. I may end up pulling them. They are just fighting for their lives. I don't know if it's a moisture thing, and but anyways, they look terrible. They're the Tokyo green. They're supposed to be some type of mustard green. I still got tomato plants that need homes. Again, I'm working on that. My herb area, cilantro has pretty much gone to flower. I got basil in here, sage, lots of thyme, mint, dill. I stuck a pepper plant in here. I don't know how well it will do, but it's hanging on. This is a pepper plant. Don't know what variety. Did a bad job labeling. These are my potatoes. Okay. Watercress. I've got beets in here that are pretty much, they look like they're about to bolt. Yeah, they're getting to where they're gonna bolt. They are still edible. They never did form roots. The soil was it's just too hard. So I'm just gonna come in here. Oh, some of them did form a little bit of root system, but not much. Okay, but I stuck 2 pepper plants in here. I think they're just I think a Black Beauty variety. The kids have cleaned out the strawberries. I mean, you can hardly find any. Oh, there goes one. I mean, they have gone to town. I mean, if they didn't get to it, the birds did. And the birds don't care if there's a net in here. They're getting in here and they're biting on these strawberries. Okay, my other green stock. I did put some cucumbers down in here. They're just like I guess a pickling variety. I got my Swiss chard, some peppers, tomatoes, you know, Swiss chard up here. So that's looking great. Let me turn this around. Okay, and I do still have some Brassica plants in here that are doing great. Dinosaur kale, more Swiss chard. We had quite a bit of rain, so everything has literally exploded. Coming over here, these are the Aunt Molly ground cherry tomatoes. Okay, I mean, you can't hardly see anything in here. They've just taken over. I do have some basil down in here, purple variety, and then another, I guess just a regular sweet basil variety. I've got some Brassica plants in here, some kale. This is like a mustard green, I believe. A cabbage, peppers, mustard green, cabbage, I believe. I need to label stuff. I know one of them in here is a collard, but anyways, they're brassicas. Something's biting in here. I gotta find out what it is. Okay, yep. Well, anyways, we got peppers in here. I just love this bed. I'm just loving it. Okay, 2 other pepper plants. I believe these are my sweet peppers. These are, I believe, callaloo plants from last season. I had them in here and they have just come back to life as some sort of ground covering. So I guess I'll be enjoying them with the peppers. They don't seem to mind. So the peppers are doing fine and they're okay. These carrots need to come out. They've been in since October and they need to come out. And I will use this container for something else, probably another tomato. These I did some succession sowing with my peas. More peas in here. Once again, this is probably the last week for them. A lot of them are starting to die out, and that's perfectly okay. I'm harvesting more brassica plants down here, cabbages that I will just probably harvest. Something in here is biting on these plants. So, all right. I do need to show you what's going on with the kids. They also started a little garden. I have my fig tree cuttings that I put in here, and they have some basil growing in their containers, lavender. Well, this is my lavender, and this is the kids' little garden. Just some herbs, chives, and that looks like basil also. All right, this is the full garden tour. The garden on the deck. I'm thrilled and excited how everything's going. I'm out here, it's hot, but I am enjoying the garden. Things are changing. I am going to be going on vacation, so I have to leave this garden in the hands of my husband for a whole week, and I'm anxious to see how that goes.